are expecting Neil to go down the inside, a bit like Rodders did there on Keith. Rodders sees a gap and he goes for it. And then meanwhile, Bits is past Jamo. He's alongside Jamo. Jamo's going back through on the inside. Bits is on the outside. The end of the Conrod straight into the little king here. Watch out, boys, side by side, 150 miles an hour. Into the braking zone, almost contact. As we go into the corner, Rodders trying to go around the outside. Seat 1 gets the inside and gets the job done, but Rodders was not giving that up without a fight. It's 5 cars for second place. This is incredible into the hairpin. This is going to end in tears. But back to the leaders side by side for Rodders and Seat down towards the last corner. Here we go. Group C from Bathurst, and this is race 1. Hi everyone, and welcome back to LPB Racing on GT Sport for the Group C Championship. And we are at Bathurst this time, so we're at Bathurst for round 5. And let's take you through the grid for this one. So it is Bidster on pole position. He's on 4th place weight. You've got Video second. He's weight free, so watch out for him in the Jag. Then we've got Callum, who ever since his return has won all the races he's been in. So he's won 4 races so far this season, and he's in 3rd place, but he's got maximum weight on now. So Callum only does 4 races in the season, gets maximum weight, and he's at the top. So Seek 1 in 4th, he's weight free. Then we got, it's actually Neil in 5th because he puts them the wrong way around on the grid for some reason on this, but it's actually Neil in 5th, and he's running 2nd place weight in the championship. Then we got Keith in 6th, and then he's running weight free. And then we've got Rodders in 7th. He's got 8 kilos on for 3rd place. And then we've got TY at the back, who is weight free, so we'll have to see what TY's doing. But TY, look, he's on the hard tyres, everyone else on the soft, so could TY do something that could he pull the rabbit out of the hat? We'll have to see. So here we go then, let's get on with the race then. So as you can see here, we've got Neil and Keith, but they're actually sort of the numbers on the top of the car the wrong way around. So here we go, get ready for the start lights on the right hand side. You can see above the 200 board. I'm waiting for them to go green, and we're off. And it's a good start by Seat 1, but he can't go anywhere because of the tight grid here at Bathurst. Bidster's away well into turn 1. Bidster leads, and then it's Video around the outside of Callum. Callum taking Neil on the inside as we go now down the straight towards the mountain section of track. And at the back we've got the 2 Nissans, but it's Video and Callum. Callum moves into 2nd place. Video down to 3rd. So Callum with quite a good start there. Bidster's away in the Mazda and into the right-hander to start the mountain climb. It's Bidster, Callum, Video, Neil, and then it's Seat 1, Rodders, TY and Keith. So TY's past Keith. Remember, TY's on the harder rubber as Video goes very wide there. That could leave some room open for Neil to get through, but speaking of room, there isn't much around this Bathurst track as we go up over the hill. And everyone together in a line up over the mountain, and now really close to the wall on the outside. These Group C's around here are a handful. We're going to have some rather sweaty drivers after this because it's going to be a really hard work as TY's now right on the back of Rodders and Seek as they go down the dipper to the other side. Whoa, Rodders getting a bit out of shape there, but luckily gets away with it into the Forest Elbow that leads onto the Conrod Straight. So onto the Conrod Straight, and look, Callum, he's already trying to reel in Bidster. Remember, Bidster's on 4th place weight, Callum's on maximum ballast, so it just shows you the pace of Callum in that Porsche. As we go over the top, there's Neil in 4th in the 2nd Mazda. We've got Seat 1 closing up the top end of the Jaguar coming in here. As he goes down the end of the Conrod Straight, will he have a go into the little left-hander at the end? Braking hard down to about 80 miles an hour. And over the curbs, no, there's no move made there. TY's there, there's Keith at the back, so Keith's struggling in this one after the opening lap. As we finish the first lap of 22 here, 22 laps per race here at Bathurst. And that's the end of lap 1. And Bidster with a good lead, then he's already exiting the first corner. Callum is exiting the first corner now. Then we've got, an out of shape Video in 3rd place. That's going to help Neil Farmack close up. I think Video just took a bit too much curb there, took a bit of a touring car line, and in the Group C cars, it's not what you want to be doing really, because these cars don't take to the curbs as well as the touring cars do. As we go into the right-hander up the hill, Video a bit slower through there, he's just starting to struggle a little bit. Neil Farmack starting to close up, but remember, Neil's got weight on, so see what he can do here. Seat 1 in the other Jaguar closes up, so it's about to be a Mazda sandwich in a Jaguar bun, but Video runs wide and Neil goes round the outside of him, and now he's got Seek, his teammate, behind him. So how's he going to play this? because Seat 1 looks like the faster car at the minute. Video making a few little errors there as you go up round the mountain. Oh, everyone really close to the walls. TY and the hard tyres actually doing very well here. The number 1 last season's champion in the Mazdas. Down the dipper. Video now starting to challenge Neil again, getting himself picked back up as TY is really on the move here. TY's got some killer pace as they go down towards the Forest Elbow, on towards the straight. TY trying to get the best run out of the corner here he can, as Seat 1 now and his teammate are right behind Neil Farmack. 4 cars for 3rd place. Really close here as the Jaguars now close up down the straight. Seat 1 might have a go at his teammate here. Let's have a look. Down the straight. Both Jaguars close upon the Mazda ahead. Into the corner at the end of the straight. Seat 1 down the inside of his teammate. And Video gives him space. And there's a little bit of contact. And Seat 1 then lets it. Oh, TY goes straight through the middle as both Jaguars trip each other up. And I think Seat didn't really mean to hit him there, but TY takes advantage and both Jaguars lose a place because of Seat 1's eagerness to get past his teammate. And now that's helped Rodders close up onto the back, and Keith's not too far behind, so you never know, watch out for Keith closing up. But TY on the hard tyres now, could this be an inspired strategy here by TY on the hards? We'll have to see. But meanwhile, Bidster in the lead of the race, starting to pull a gap now on Callum. That's at least a 7-second gap on Callum in 2nd place there as he goes through the corner. We've got Neil Farmack in 3rd, TY 4th. Up over the mountain, TY using all the track there, getting very close to the wall, and at Bathurst you've got to make use of all the track because you've not really got much width anyway. You've got to really use all the width you can to try and get the best lines out of the corner and use all the track. This Video then still ahead of his teammate Seat 1. Video's tyres at the back looking a bit more worse for wear, fuel wise as well. Over the top, there's the big crane with the camera on the top. Down the dipper, Video very committed into the dipper as TY runs wide on the hard tyres. TY's gone wide and that allows Video to try and get through, but he can't do it. Seat 1's going to close up now and his teammate Rodders now right behind as well into the Forest Elbow. They all close up, one mistake and they all close together. Onto the straight. Out of the Forest Elbow, get the best run onto the straight you can, and this is where the Jaguars will come into it, because the Nissan's not really got that good acceleration compared to the rest of the cars. He's doing well. Down to the bottom and to the brakes, braking hard for 180 plus, 190 plus, down to about 80, 70, 80 miles an hour, and then accelerating hard now down towards the last corner. Video and Seat still close behind TY. Remember, we have got the tyre difference. As we go over the curb, Seat 1 taking a lot of curb there. Rodders still on the back of this group, but can't seem to make any sort of progress forward. Lap 4 now out of 22. Everyone just starting to settle down now into the rhythm. Unless you name Seat 1, because he's right behind his teammate and he's really trying to push hard to see if he can get a position. There's TY on the hards, down the hill. Neil Farmack not getting away from this group. I think I dare say TY is actually catching Neil here. Neil's starting to go backwards a bit. He's used a bit more fuel. His tyres looking for a bit more worse for wear because of the weight on the car. Bidster's tyres aren't looking too bad in the lead. He's still pushing hard in the lead. Through the corner there goes Bidster. And then they've got Callum there in 2nd place. Up over the curbs there. And then we've got Neil Farmack followed by everyone else. Video now right behind the back of TY. He might look to challenge down into the dipper because he was very fast into the dipper last time, and they all close upon Neil Farmack, who makes a tiny mistake there, and Seat 1 goes off onto the grass as well, and that allows Rodders to close up. But Neil now's got a right good train behind him. He's got almost the rest of the field behind him. If Keith can close up onto this group, it will literally be the rest of the field. Through the Forest Elbow. Out the other side, down the straight. The noise of these cars unbelievable as they go down the straight. TY's now in the draft of Neil. Remember, TY's weight free. He's on the hard tyres, but he's weight free and goes straight past him like he stood still. So TY goes straight through. But now onto the brakes. Neil will try and close up on the soft tyres, but TY takes 3rd place, and let's see if he can get on with it on the hard tyres. This is impressive stuff from TY, and he's still saving a bit of fuel as well. So Neil Farmack in 4th with Video and Seat right behind him. So TY goes ahead, and it'll be fun now to see if TY can actually pull away from these lot on the hard tyres. That would be impressive if he could. Keith's in. Why is Keith pitted this early? He must be thinking something. They must be thinking a different strategy or something, so it's going to be a quick stop for Keith. So that might be... He might want to try and put himself out of sync with the others. And now Keith's going on the hard tyres. Keith's on the hard tyres, so he's done the same as his teammate. He's gone for the hard rubber, so unless they know something we don't know, but the Nissan team definitely have some kind of strategy up the sleeve here. So we'll have to see how this goes. The exit out the corner, TY starting to... I was right, TY starting to pull away, and Video now is ahead of Neil Farmack. Video's past Neil, so I would imagine he did that into the corner that leads to the mountain, the right-hander after the straight, so Video through there in fourth, and over the grass, loses a bit of speed there, he's got to be careful. Video going wide there, Neil Farmack with the weight on, it's not helping him, his tyre wear's not as good as his teammates because he's having to watch everyone else around him and having to still push a bit hard. Down the bottom. Seat 1 now is the man looking for a way through past the Mazda. Seat 1, remember, no weight on that Jaguar. The Jaguar actually doing quite well around here. We all thought the Jaguar was going to be a bit, well, sort of lacking of pace because of the how slippery the car is, because it's good in the aerodynamics like here. It's really good on the straight, but on the corners it's not brilliant, but it seems to be doing rather well here. Seat 1 proves there because it goes straight around the Mazda into 5th place and now starts to chase down his teammate again. And Neil Farmack now back into the hands of Rodders. So Neil is on 2nd place weight, just a reminder, 120 kilos for Neil on his car. Callum's in 2nd, he's got 160 kilos on. But Rodders behind Neil has actually got 80 kilos on in that Porsche. And then the other driver with weight on his Bidster, but he's way in the lead. He's got a massive gap now. I'd say that's a good 10-second gap now from Callum, and he's just keeping it consistent. Bids in front. There's Callum, TY. We've got Video and Seek. Now the two Jaguars very close to each other now, as are the Mazda and Rodders, but Video and Seek together then as we go down the bottom and now up the hill. The two Jaguars trying to catch up to the Nissan. And into the top of the hill. Video slides the car. Again, the Jaguar's proving there the lack of grip around the slow corners with the Jaguar, just not as good aerodynamically at slow speed. Just losing a bit of the traction at low speed, but then look at the high speed stuff. They're not too bad until Video proves me wrong there and hits the wall. There's Neil Farmack now under pressure from Rodders. But the two Jaguars very close. The Seat 1 goes round the outside into the dipper. Oh my word, that was brave. But it must have been coordinated somehow. But Video looks like he lifted off just before the corner and let him go. But Seat 1 there, that was brave. Top of the dipper. Even if he was assisted by him lifting off, that was brave stuff. But Seat 1 takes 4th place, and now Video acting as wingman. Because if you look, Video's actually got a bit more fuel, but Seat 1's got a tiny bit better tyres. So Seat 1 hopefully now going to try and pull Video along with him and try and ditch these two, but Neil and Rodders are still quite close together. Down the bottom of the hill, onto the brakes. Trying to hop over the curb. It's a very easy place to make a mistake, especially when you're getting back on the power, but these guys, very experienced and knowing what they're doing. So both Jaguars still together. Neil Farmack starting to close now. Seat 1 needs to start getting on with it now. Let's have a look at Bidster in the lead. So Bidster in the lead then. That's easily a good 10-second gap. Probably a bit more that he's built up on the rest of the field as he goes into the... Oh, we're a bit wide into the hairpin, but again, he's got a bit of time to go wide if he needs to, just to be safe as he goes over the top through the mountain section. Be very careful on the power. Down the dip, down a third into that bit there, nicely done by Bidster. Now Callum has been caught by TY. The tyres on that Porsche are dying because of the maximum weight. If you just look at Bidster's tyres, watch the graphic. There's Bidster's tyres, there's Callum's tyres. Front end tyres are worse on Callum's car than they are on Bidster's car, and TY obviously on the hard tyres, hardly anywhere wear on them at all. So now TY's got the performance advantage even on the hard tyres because he's actually got fresh rubber compared to Callum. Old softs will always be beaten by new hards. So down the hill, and also TY's got saved. Actually, for once, TY saved more fuel than Callum. That's a first. Callum's usually the one that saves the most fuel and tyres, but this time TY trumping him. So TY looking strong here at Bathurst in the Nissan, and we'll have to keep an eye on Keith, see what he can do later on in the races. As TY pulls out now, weight free, fresh tyres, straight through past the Porsche down the straight. They're almost still side by side, but Callum has to give best to TY, and now he's going to try and stay with the Nissan, or will he try and pit? We'll have to see what Callum's going to do, see what the strategy's going to be. But Bidster's still going round. He's still got sort of fresh-ish tyres, but not the best looking tyres obviously, because they've been going 7 laps. Out the corner, and TY now into a solid second place, and now let's see what he can do lap time wise in the next few laps. Bidster's on 48, late 48s into early 49s. Neil Farmack's in. Neil Farmack's in, so he's the first one to pit of this gaggle of cars. So Neil's in. Where's Keith? He's just done 152, 53s, so 51s for the guys on softs. But Neil Farmack into the pits a little bit earlier there, so looks like he's definitely 2-stopping in this race. So he's not come out too far behind. He's put a little bit of fuel in, but not too much, because he wants to try and lighten the car off as he goes through his stint. So sensible stuff there from Neil Farmack. We'll see how that develops later on in the race. But TY is still second, with Callum behind in third. Then we've got Seek and Video. The two Jaguars still cannot separate each other. So Seek still can't pull away from Video, and Video still not letting his teammate go. Even though his back tyres on Video's car are absolutely shredded. He's really wheel spinning that car like hell. So the back tyres are not really in the best of health, but we'll see how we go on as we go through the race. Rodder's in 6th on his own now. He's got a bit more room to breathe because he's got not got Neil around him, so he's got a bit more clean air now. As Neil Farmack now on fresh soft tyres, he's starting to reel in on these lots, so this could be a radical strategy here from Neil Farmack. But again, we've got to see, it might work at this stage of the race. We've got to see if it works at the later stage of the race as well. That's the key thing. It might work for now, but if it's got to work later on as well, as Video loses time to Seek 1, I can only imagine that's the tyres. As Bidster's in from the lead now, so the Mazda's definitely 2-stopping in this race then. So at the end of lap 7, Neil pits, and the end of lap 8, Bidster's in. Now TY should be able to go round here. As Bidster's out the pits, he's done the same as Neil. He's put a little bit of fuel in, not too much, just to try and lighten the car off. So enough in for a stint as TY goes through. Callum's still not pitted yet, he's still on old softs. Seek's in, and the Video goes round, so the Jaguar's not choosing to pit at the same time. So Video wanting a bit of clean air. Rodders is in as well, so a couple of pit stops happening here now, and Neil Farmack's going through, but it is actually quicker to go through the pit lane on this one, which is a bit more unrealistic than it is to go out of the pits. The Seek 1 loses control out of the pit lane. Looks like Video did as well, sorry, Seek 1 did. Neil Farmack's out there, and where's Rodders? He's coming round here. Where's Keith? And Keith is back there. So it's weird, this game. You actually do a quicker lap going through the pits than you do of actually going round the track. Because look, 147 for Neil Farmack, and that was weird. But he shouldn't be going that fast. That was because he went out the pits. So very weird there. Video there. So let's have a look through the order then. So Callum's still not pitted in third. I would imagine Callum will he'll be trying to get to the halfway point or something like that. So we'll see how Callum can do it. Video's not pitted, he's in 4th, and we've got Seek 1, first of the ones that are pitted, in 5th place. Neil in 6th. Rodder 7th, and Keith at the back still on the hard tyres, but you never know, the race might come to him later on in the race. So we'll see how it goes. It looks like with the pit stops, actually, we're actually making a pit stop, it actually shortens the lap. So it's yeah, it's a weird one on this game. I don't like how it teleports you through the pit lane. I think it's very, very unrealistic, and I don't see why they ever thought of doing that. But unfortunately, that's the way they've done it. But you should have to drive your car through the pits. You should have to, if you do a pit stop, it shouldn't just walk you through. It's very unrealistic. I'm very disappointed in Gran Turismo for doing that, but we'll see how he goes. Callum is finally in. Callum finally into the pits for his pit stop then, and Video's in as well, so we'll have to watch how this is going to affect the race. Remember, the others go through, but it's actually quicker to go through the pit lane because of the warping, and then it is to go down the front straight away, so this is going to be close. So there's Neil and Seek. Let's watch Seek as we come round. Seek 1's clear as there's no traffic around him. Neil Farmack comes out, and Callum rejoins just in front of him. Callum's just in front of these boys, and Callum's got a bit of a penalty from coming in the pits, I think. There's Video, he's just come out the pits in front of Rodders. So Video's out in front of Rodders then, so it's where he wanted to be, but Neil Farmack's the one that's made the big gains. He's cleared Rodders, and he's now closing up to the back of Callum and Seek. So Callum's got a 2-second penalty to get rid of. He gets rid of it under braking a bit there. the advantage of this track. You can get rid of a lot of it under braking. Neil Farmack runs a bit wide there. So these last lap times are the out lap times. Let's see what times people have done. So Bidster's still on his out lap. TY's done a 150.0. Oh, obviously, remember, he's still going round, so he's still in the 150s. A good lap time there from TY. Still not pitted yet on the hard tyres. Seek's fresh out of the pit, so we'll get his lap time this time round. Callum's same. Neil Farmack 149.9. So the fuel going down, the fresh tyres working, and that's how he's managed to pull the gap on Rodders and also get ahead of Video. So Video on his out lap and Rodders still on his out lap as well. Or still on, he's actually still yet to go over the line and post a lap time. So he's actually on his first lap now. There's Keith, 153. So I don't think the hard tyres were the way to go really, but we'll see how things appear to go as Bidster sets the fastest lap of the race. 146.1. Bidster is just going faster and faster as the race goes on and goes purple again. So Bidster's still pushing in this race even though he's got the gap. So obviously still worried about what TY's strategy is going to do. So still pushing hard there in the Mazda as he comes up the hill. Changing down the gears into the apex and out of the corner. TY there, 150.5 last time round. Starting to lose the pace now on the hard tyres. Might be a time, he might be trying to go longer into this race and then put softs on at the end. We'll have to see. But Seat 1 in third place, 149.3. 148.5. Remember that was Callum, but that was an out lap for Cal. Neil 150.5 last time round. A little mistake from Neil, but he's right behind Callum now. So he's right behind Callum. Remember, Callum's put Callum's put a lot of fuel in the car as well. So Callum's got weight on. He's put a lot of fuel back in the car. So he's probably hoping to go the rest of the race on this. So yeah, weird how he's put all that fuel in, but we'll see how he goes. Video then is he's on to his first flyer now. Rodders a 150.8, so a bit slower for him. Keith's still on the hard tyres. Here's a look at the replays of the first half. Okay, here's the first of the replays then on board with TY. So we're going to have a look at what happened down here. So you see the Jaguars together, Seat 1 goes down the inside, can't stop the car properly. Over the curb, hits Video out, then TY just goes straight through the middle. Cheers boys, and Rodders then gets the door closed right in his face as they go down to the next corner. And here's a second look at that now from on board with Rodders' car. So you see further down here, you see Seat 1 on the inside of Video, and then Seat 1 hits the curb, bang, into his teammate, and TY just sees that gap through the middle, and then all of a sudden, whoop, door is closed. We are shut for business, you are not coming through, and Rodders have to settle for 7th. Here's a replay of how Video passed Neil Farmer then, so Video just gets a killer run out of the first corner, and Neil with his weight and everything on the car can't keep with the pace of the Jaguar. He tried to keep up the inside, but Video holds it around the outside and takes 4th place. Okay, here's the replay on board with Video then on lap 6. So we're going down through here, see we go wide, bang, we hit the wall, and now Seek's closing on as his teammate. So we're going through here, then watch the, there he is, now see we lift off and then we let Seek go through, but a brave place to let someone pass there just before the dipper. Okay, here's a replay on lap 9 of all the dust that was in the air on the exit of the turn 1. So watch here, Video gets on the power too early, and drifts and ends up on the grass and keeps going. Meanwhile, Seek's had a massive tank slapper coming out of the pit, so that's what all the dust and smoke was for. And now back to the race. So the battle to watch at the minute is between Callum and Neil, the closest ones on track at the moment. Then we've got also Video and Rodders. They're still quite close together. But TY still trying to do what he can, but Bidster, let's see if he goes faster again this time. Through the last corner. Out the corner, up onto the curb. Across the line. And it was a 46.5, so not as fast as he was last time around, but still very good lap there from Bidster and still pulling out his gap over TY in 2nd place. That gap now is probably a good 15 seconds plus as we go over the line. TY over the line now. Let's see what he does this time. Let's have a look. 150.6. That's not too bad for the hard tyres, but the hard tyres starting to wear now, because obviously if you look at the lap times on the right hand side, lap 8 and 9 were 50.1 and zeros, and now we're into on lap 10 and 11 we're into the 150.5 and 6s, so the tyres starting to go off now on TY's car. So will he strategise and pit soon, or will he try and go a bit later on into the race and then put the soft tyres on? We'll have to see what he chooses to do. But seat 1 there in third, 1:49.1. Good lap time there from seat 1. He's starting to close in on TY now, so we'll have to see how this goes. Remember, with the pit stops actually being quicker on this track than actually going round a full lap, which is unrealistic. Like I said earlier, I'm very disappointed in Gran Turismo for that, but we'll have to see if seat 1 can actually catch TY for second place as the race goes on. But Callum back on softs, 1:49.4 last time round. So good lap time from him. Neil Farmer at 1:50.3, 51 for video, so and a 50.5 for Rodders. So Rodders starting to close in on the Jaguar there. So let's see what Rodders can do as we go through this race. Keith on the hard tyres. I still don't think the hard tyres are going to be the way to go. But TY's making it work, but he's had the pace. He's actually had a really good first 5 laps of the race, which got him some really good positions and really got him up there, and Keith just struggled on the soft tyres and just struggled for pace overall. So Keith just struggling in this one, not his favourite car and track combination this one. There's Bidster over the line, 46.9 now, so he's used the best of his soft tyres and now he's just trying to keep the consistent pace as he goes through his stint. Up the hill. Crossing the curb on the inside, running the curb on the outside. Nice lines there from Bids. TY still not pitting. Back up to a 50.2 now, so he's found some pace back on those tyres now. So we'll see how he goes. Remember, when TY pits eventually later on, he won't have to put as much fuel in because there'll not be as many laps left. So that could be an advantage for TY as well, a slightly quicker stop as well. See 1:48.9. He's closing on TY, but how long can he do that for with the soft tyres? 49.5 for 49.450, sorry, for Callum. So some really fast laps there from Callum, and he's putting his foot down. So let's see if he can catch seat 1. But the Jaguar did a good strategy previously. And Neil Farmack trying to catch up, but he's in the 51.3s now. So a few mistakes from Neil Farmack. His tyres starting to wear again. So they're really using the best of those tyres. And the weight's not helping him out one bit. Because he's still on second place weight. It's a lot of weight to carry in this one. His teammate Bidster in the lead. He's only got 40 kilos on, so he's got a much lighter car. As Callum kicks up the dust. Thought he'd gone off there because I saw some dust on while we were looking at Neil's car, but luckily okay. He's down the dipper. The weight not helping down here. The weight just wanted to push the car down the hill, and Neil having to really tame the car down the dipper, but takes it expertly down the dipper and into the forest elbow we go. Into the forest elbow, see how the car slides itself in, just wanting to push itself wide with the weight, but luckily Neil tames it. And meanwhile, Video's got a penalty to get rid of, and Rodders is going to close now. Video's got to get rid of this penalty in this next braking zone, otherwise Rodders is going to be right on the back of him if he doesn't. 49.9 from Video and a 50.9 from Rodders, but this lap should be a bit quicker. Video's lifting off on the straight and getting rid of it, sensible stuff. But still, it's going to allow Rodders to close in. If I were Video, I would have waited to see if this braking zone got rid of it, but still, he does the honourable thing and gets rid of it on the straight. And down the hill we go towards the last corner. Rodders just edging closer to the back of the Jaguar. The Rodders with third place weight on, so he's 80 kilos heavier than Video, but the Porsche looks like a bit more of a balanced car through that last section of track. Out of the corners, Video again just lighting up the rear and really scrubbing those tyres, and that's not what you want to do in this when you want to make the tyres last. But Video harassing the back tyres of that car. We go down the hill and now up the mountain section. Video very wide there again. Just getting a rather ragged here, Video, unless he's feeling the pressure. Oh, turns in too early, hits the wall. He hits the wall now. Rodders is right on the back of him. So Video making lots of mistakes here. Rodders trying to go around the outside. No way, can't get through there. He knows Video's weak on the power now. He's trying to do what he can. Rodders has got a bit more fuel left over as well, so Rodders can turn the wick up here and really go for it on fuel if he needs to. As we go down to the dipper. And now down the descent. Left, right, like Suzuka, but downhill. Well, a lot harder than Suzuka downhill in this one, I think, personally. But Video through the corners there, and just staying ahead of Rodders. Oh, goes very deep into the forest elbow. That's going to lose him speed onto the straight, and Rodders now will try and get the best run he can on the Jaguar, but the Jaguar's got the top end speed as well as being 80 kilos lighter. As we go down the straight, let's go on board with Rodders and see if he can catch up to the Jaguar, and the answer is no. He can't get anywhere near the Jag. As TY's in the pits, the hard tyres go off TY's car, and let's see if he puts a set of softs on. He should do. If he puts a set of hard on now, then he's going to be going down the order. Does he put hards on again? He's put softs on. TY's going for a soft stint now, not much fuel to the end, and now he can rag that car. Seat 1 takes second place, but I would imagine Seat 1 will have to pit again. So we'll have to see if he's going to keep that place. Just remember, the pit stop is quicker than doing a lap. But TY now has got fresh tyres, and now it's time to hunt down the opposition. But Bits is way ahead. He's almost half a lap ahead of these boys. So, but see, oh, Seat 1 twitch into the hairpin. He now knows he's being chased down by TY. Did a 148.8 last time round, but now he's got that Nissan, that blue Nissan in his mirrors. And and look at it, you can see it visually, catching the car over there. He's right on the back of him already. It's like he's in a different class. TY looking for a way through now as we go towards the dipper. One mistake from Seat 1 and he's going to be eaten alive here. Down the hill, down the left, down the right, into the little kink left, down the hill, and then get the power on as you go through the right. TY right behind him now, looking for a way through. Into the forest elbow, it might wait for the straight. Out onto the power, TY gets a killer run, but the acceleration of the Jaguar might help C1 out as they go side by side. TY kicks up the dust as they go side by side. TY mowing the lawn and still trying to pass him, but no way through. The top end speed of the Jaguar, superior, and can't get through. He's ducking left, ducking right. It's like it's touring cars into the braking zone. C1 still keeps ahead, but how long the heck will he stay there for? He's got no fuel. C1 will be going in the pits this time, I would imagine. No, he goes round. C1 goes round and TY takes the inside and goes through into second place. Runs a bit wide, but he's okay. Wow, that was intense for half a lap there. But CY goes through into second place, and I don't see him losing that now unless C1 decides to pit this lap and see what he can do. But Seek will definitely be in at the end of this lap, I would imagine, with the fuel and the tyres. Neil Farmack's in. He's doing his last pit stop now, so Video will take the position. And Callum will go ahead. Callum's ahead already. Now let's watch where Neil's going to come out here. There's Video going through. There's Rodders going through. Where's Neil? Come out of the pits now. Just behind Rodders. He comes out of the pits. So fresh tyres out behind Rodders. So, yeah, he's going to go to the end now. But Rodders and Video, I would imagine, will have to pit before the end. But the pit stop should be a lot quicker for them. They'll not have to put hardly any fuel in. Neil's put just over half in just to make sure he gets to the end of the race. And Keith is just nowhere because he's unfortunately on the wrong tyres and he's just not got the pace around here. Just not really one of the car and track combinations that suits him. But we'll hopefully see if he can make a comeback in the next one. Bidster in the lead, still in the 48s. Bidster's pace in this race has been phenomenal. Bidster's in the pits. He's seen his teammate pit. He's thought, right, let's just pit now. Got some time, put some fuel in, get some tyres on, and he's got plenty of gaps, so he'll definitely be joined in the lead as TY then goes purple. TY trying to put in the fastest lap of the race here. Look at Seat 1's fuel level. He'll definitely be in the pits this time. Seat 1's fuel level not looking good here. It's TY half a tank. Bids is already out of the pits, on his way, so still keeps that 15 to 20 second gap. So good job by Bids there, as TY now looking to set the fastest official lap of the race, not including pit stops. Here we go, TY over the line to set the fastest lap of the race if he can, and it's a 46.2, can't quite do it. 46.1 is Bids' time, but TY will get another shot at it because the tyres should last a couple of laps on the fuel, on the going fast element. So Callum in the pits, out already. Seek 1's in as well. Video and the rest are coming round. So Callum and Seek. Callum's ahead of Seek. Third place for Callum. Seek 1 in fourth. Now let's see what's going to happen here, because Seek 1's lighter. They both got roughly the same fuel, the same tyres, but Callum is 160 kilos heavier than Seek 1. So game on there as Rodders comes out the pits now behind Neil Farmack. Video comes out and he's behind Rodders. So yep, so Neil Farmack takes 5th place, so the initial strategy at the start of the race with the first pit stop has helped him catapult himself ahead. And And Rodders there goes into 6th place, and Video down to 7th now in the second Jaguar. So down to 7th for Video. I think he was just burning his tyres up too much and just trying to push too hard. Too many little mistakes have added up, and that's what's happened with the time loss, and he's down into 7th. We've got a spinner down the dipper. C1's done a complete 360, and he's trying to catch up to Callum. He's done a complete 360 there, and he's just gone right round. So lucky for Seat 1 there, and we'll get that in the montage of replays at the end. But Seat 1 spinning right round there. And oh, he's into the wall. He's lost it completely. He's just lost all concentration, and he's just making mistake after mistake, and that has probably gifted Callum now his 3rd place for definite, unless Callum throws it away like Seat's just done. But Seat 1 there, that's not good for his tyres, and more importantly not good for his race for the podium position. So now we're definitely in 4th place for Seat 1. Neil 5th on the straight. So now let's look. What we'll have to do now is we'll have to keep a close eye on the lap times of the guys from 4th to 7th, just to see who's going to start catching each other, as Neil uses a lot of curb there. That was touring, that was V8 supercar style over them curbs there. If they did that in that car, in this car in real life, you'd be absolutely, there'd be no suspension left. But wow, it's Neil really pushing hard here. So we go over the line. Next time round we'll look at the lap times, because that'll give us the key to what the pace is. As Bidster then comes down the dipper into the Forest Elbow onto the straight. Dominant performance from Bidster in this race. He has not been touched since the start of the race. He's got a good start, pulled out his lead, and he's not been touched since. So let's see if Bidster can get the pole position, fastest lap in the race win, see if he can get the Grand Slam and get all 3. There's TY. Oh, TY 1:45.9. TY goes faster than Bidster, so TY's nicked the fastest lap off Bidster. So yeah, Bidster not with the fastest lap anymore. It's now TY with a 1:45.9. But TY there making a little mistake, so he's used up all his tyres on that fastest lap. So he wants to try and nick some points off Bidster if he can. Meanwhile, Callum down the hill and out of the Forest Elbow. Seeker approaching the same corner. Luckily this time no mistakes. Down through here, and nicely done this time for Seat 1, as Rodders is closing on the back of Neil Farmack here. So we'll watch the lap times this time round, but Neil Farmack running wide there as Rodders takes a good line out the corner. So Neil and Rodders closing up. Remember, Rodders 80 kilos, Neil 120 kilos. 40 kilos difference in the cars. They're both heavier, but Rodders is the lighter one by 40 kilos. Down the Conrod straight in the draft. 212 mph for Neil, and but roughly about 218 for Rodders at the end of the straight. So really fast pace there. Lap 18 of 22. We're about to start lap 19. Down the hill and into the braking zone, and across the line we go with Neil Farmack being closed in. Let's look at the lap times. Neil Farmack 150.1 and a 148.1 for Rodders. His personal best lap of the race, so he's right on the back of Neil Farmack now. This is the battle to watch in these last few laps. Down the straight we go. Let's go on board with Neil Farmack. Let's look back, and there's Rodders. He's closing up right on us, but he's not going to try and pass here. He's going to wait until up the hill. Sensible stuff from Rodders. Just try and wait for a mistake. Don't try and just go for it all in one go. You've got about 3 or 4 laps left to try and pass him. So let's see what he can do here. Into the hairpin. Get the power up the hill. Careful not to wheel spin the car too much. Neil's tyres are dying faster than Rodders' car, and he's got heavier fuel as well. So Rodders is slightly lighter on fuel, so that could balance out the weight. But Rodders has got much fresher tyres than Neil Farmack. Neil Farmack's tyres are at least a couple of laps older than Rodders' tyres. Down the dipper. Neil kicking up a little bit of dust there, but he's okay. Out of the corner, both going about the same pace down through the dipper. As we go into the Forest Elbow, Neil taking a bit more of a direct line into the corner, not as confident with the car switching direction. And onto the straight we go. Rodders again will try and catch up here. Let's go on board with Neil Farmack's rear camera again and see how quick Rodders can catch up here. Let's have a look at the telemetry. We're doing 195, 200 mile an hour. Rodders is going faster than that. He's about 218 there. Down the end of the straight and looking to the inside. No, can't do it. Has to back off out of it. Just trying to sneak his nose down. Just try and put Neil off. I think Neil missed a gear there. Did he? It sounded like he did, unless he wheel span, but probably wheel span more than likely. Into the last corner again, and out of it. Rodder's running out of chances here. He's getting a bit ragged on the grass there. Lap times 150.4 Neil, 150.6 Rodders. Rodder's still within the draft. He can do this, but he's got to really try and put some effort in. But Neil Farmack's doing all he needs to do for now. Just try and keep a decent pace. Let's have a look at the times then. So we've got Bidster over the top. Into the Conrod straight and out of it, and into the braking zone here, nicely into the corner. TY then coming onto the Conrod straight now, but still holds the fastest lap of the race as we go down to Bidster's pitting. Why is Bidster pitting? He must be. I think I know why. He's going for the fastest lap. He knows he's got enough time to pit. He's going to just stick some tyres on and go for the fastest lap here. He wants all these points. Bidster wants all the points he can get. Quick tyre change out the pits. And with the unrealistic pit stop times, he's actually gained time on TY there, and he got fresh rubber. So, well, I suppose clever stuff from Bidster. Wants to try and get the fastest lap on the last lap of the race. So, this guy's bonkers. But we'll see how it goes as TY then crosses the line. He knows what Bidster's doing now, but TY now can't pit because he can pit if he wants to on this lap, but there'll be no point because he'll not be able to set an official lap on the last lap. So let's see what Bidster can do here. Callum on lap 3. Sorry, position 3. Sorry, I read 3 and I thought it said lap. Oh, sorry about that, guys. I had a glitch. I had a moment. But yeah, Callum in 3rd place, looking good for a podium here. We've got Seat 1 in 4th. He's trying to catch him, but Callum 148.6, his personal best of the race last time round. So he's trying still. As Neil Farmack pits. Neil Farmack's doing the same. He wants to try and... clever. He can get fresh tyres and he can come in the pits and get out ahead. Let's see if he can do this. Rodder's coming through. Where's Neil? There's Neil. He's come out behind him, but he's on fresh rubber. Clever from Neil. He doesn't lose much time in the pit stops. And yeah, because it's still just as quick to go through the pit lane as it is on the track. So he's come out behind him, but he's now got fresh rubber and he can push to the end. Clever stuff. Let's see. So we've got a few different battles happening here. We've got Bidster going for fastest lap, and we've got Neil trying to get past Rodders with fresh rubber now. So Neil Farmack will be pushing like hell to try and get past, but now Bidster starts. He's out the last corner. Oh, Keith spun out the last corner. Keith spun it round. You'll see him here. Let's have a look. Keith there. He spun round. There he is, he spins round, and Bidster then starts the last lap. He's going for the lap time here. He's really pushing hard, goes wide there, but he's okay. So TY there, 2nd place. He'll try and push for a fastest lap, but not with them tyres. But back to Rodders and Neil. Neil's trying to catch him. Rodders goes wide in the Forest elbow. That helps Neil catch up, and now Neil is doing the chasing. Rodders is being hunted by him. But meanwhile, Bidster is trying to go for the fastest lap of the race. He's still pushing hard for the fastest lap. Here we go, on board with Rodders, looking back at Neil Farmack. There he goes, he's catching. Side by side through the King on Conrod straight. These two are mad. Neil Farmack goes round the outside into the braking zone. Runs wide over the curb. Rodders goes back down the inside. Side by side down towards the last corner. Neil will probably have to give this place up because he's gone off the track, but he's still keeping the inside. Rodders tries to hold the outside and Neil gets through, but that'll probably have to be looked at because he did run wide on the previous corner. Rodders looks back on the inside. Rodders back down the inside, calmer as he runs wide. Rodders then gets a good run. They're still side by side as they come up the hill. Rodders not giving up on this one at all. And Video catching up to the both of them, so Video could actually benefit from this battle. Side by side down the mountain towards the onto the last lap into the mountain, and Neil gets the position ahead of Rodders. Rodders kept fighting for it, but Neil Farmack takes the position ahead. Bidster meanwhile is going for this fastest lap and he's about to win the race here at Bathurst. Dominant victory for Bidster, and he's going to get fastest lap on the last lap. He gets out the corner, he weaves, so he's obviously not got the fastest lap, but wins the race, dominant fashion, and he's going to be a good 10 seconds plus ahead of TY, who's going to be in 2nd place here. Started on the hard tyres, moved to the softs, and that was probably the best pace I've ever seen by someone on hard tyres as TY lags himself across the line. And luckily, if he's going to disconnect, he's actually crossed the line before he actually disconnects. So well done to TY. It's going to be Callum in third, Seeks fourth at the minute. Then we've got Neil and Rodders, who are still not finished. Keith's finished in eighth because he's been lapped. And now Video's on the back of this group now. Video could benefit from this. Down the straight we go, we're almost there. Callum slides himself out the last corner and takes third place. So Callum's win streak is broken by Bidster. And into the last corner goes Seat 1. He's going to take a very solid fourth place. Well done to Seat 1, good effort. And now it's these three. Video on the back of these guys now as we go into the corner. Mazda versus Porsche versus Jaguar. It's going to be the Mazda in fifth unless he throws it away, isn't it? Video down the inside of Rodders, trying with all he can. But it's going to be Neil, Rodders, and then Video. What a finish to an epic race at Bathurst. Oh my word. So what we'll do, guys, we'll get those second half of the race replays in for you first. Here's a replay from the second half. Okay, here's a replay of what happened to Seat 1 then on lap 17. So going into the mountain section, watch here, he runs wide and just hits the grass there with the rear wheel. And around she goes, complete 360, but what a recovery from Seat 1 there as he clips the curve, goes round and then rejoins. But yeah, spectacular stuff, and he's going to have rather square rubber now on those brand new tyres. And as we come back from that, now we will take you to the results. Okay everyone, here's the results after that race then. So it's Bidster who takes victory in that one. Well done to Bidster, an 18-second lead over TY in second place. Then it's Callum in third with Seat 1 in fourth in the Jaguar. Then it's fifth for Neil Farmack in the second Mazda. Then it's sixth for Rodders in the Porsche. Then it's Video seventh in the Jaguar. And then we've got Keith rounding off the eights at the end there. And the TY takes the fastest lap of the race on the right hand side there, 1:45.9. And as we come back from all that action, I need a breather. But Bidster wins. Well done to Bidster. He breaks Callum's 2-round winning streak. So well done to Bidster. He wins dominant fashion. And we will see you guys next time for race 2 again round Bathurst. And it should be just as exciting as this one. So we'll see you next time, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and we'll see you later. Take care. Thank you for watching another race by LPB Racing. Don't forget to like and subscribe, leave your comments down below, and next time it will be Group C from Bathurst again, but it will be race 2.